Hi again. So we are doing an activity today with this amazing book. It's called How Full is Your Bucket? It is written by Tom Rath and Mary Reckmeyer and illustrated by Mari J. Manning. I love this book. Maybe you've read it in other grades you've been in, but it's such an important book because, well, we have opportunities in life to be a bucket filler or a bucket dipper. So we're going to talk a lot about that this year in second grade. So I'm going to read the story to you right now. How full is your bucket? Happy Friday, by the way. I hope you've had a fantastic week. Felix was putting one of the last blocks situated. Getting situated. One of the last blocks on his tower when his little sister came in and said, "I want to build with you." And then Felix scowled. "Go away, you're too little." It was not very nice. I'm just going to take this off real quick. Hang on. Here we go. "Stay back," he said. "You'll knock it over." And she said, "No, I'm big. Go play with your baby toys, Anna." "I can be very careful," she said. And look at that picture that she made of Felix drawing. She drew all over him because she looks very mad. And then because she was so mad, Anna knocked all of Felix's blocks over. Thwack! With her baby doll. That was not very kind. "Grandpa!" I guess they're grandpas. He takes care of them sometimes. Grandpa shook his head. "Felix, you just dipped from your sister's bucket." Like everyone else, Anna has an invisible bucket, and when it's empty, she feels bad. When it's full, she feels great. Didn't you ever notice your own bucket? Invisible bucket? Sometimes he couldn't quite tell when his grandfather was joking. But the next morning, when Felix woke up, there it was. Look, a small gray bucket floating above his head. When Felix came down to have breakfast, his mom was in a hurry. "I've got a meeting this morning and it's almost time to go. Anna, sit still." Felix is trying to get cereal. His mom's in a rush. Maybe you can make a connection to this story. Felix slipped and the choco wheat scattered all across the floor. "Oh no." "Felix," yelled his mom, "you should have used the stool to reach that." Felix could feel his bucket tip, and then big, invisible drops spilled out. Drip, drip. "Ha ha!" Anna laughed as she crunched the cereal with her shoe. "Drip. Get the broom and clean that up before you miss the bus," scolded Mom. With the school bus honking, Felix quickly swept up the choco wheats and grabbed the last blueberry muffin, but before he could even take one bite, Buster the dog jumped up and grabbed his muffin from his hand. Drip. "Hey, look at Felix's new backpack. My baby brother has one just like it." Drip. "Psst, Felix. Psst, they're talking about him. Watch out, shrimp." Drip. Goodness gracious, he doesn't have hardly any water left in his bucket, guys. It was still morning, and Felix's bucket felt almost empty. As he watched his classmates walk into the room, he secretly hoped that they would trip and fall. That's what it feels like when you have an empty bucket. It's not very kind, is it? Felix slumped into his seat and waited for something else bad to happen. Mrs. Bumblenickel walked slowly up to his desk and handed him a paper he could hardly bear to look at. "Felix, you wrote a wonderful story. Would you please share it with the class?" Felix grinned and felt a big drop land right in his bucket. Drop. Drop. Plop. Plink. Drop the Gigantosaurus who wanted a pet by me, Felix. The class grew very quiet. They laughed at all the right places and oohed at all the scary parts. When Felix finally read the end, everyone clapped, even Emily, who sat next to him and didn't usually like dinosaurs. Felix felt a whole shower of drops land in his bucket. Maybe the day wouldn't be so bad after all. Drop. Oh, he got a drop in his bucket because his mom wrote him a sweet note in his lunchbox. Team captains today are Veronica and Felix. Drop. Another drop. Nice cow. It's a dog. Well, nice colors there, Phoenix, said the art teacher. Cool laser ant backpack, Felix. Another drop. By afternoon, Felix's bucket was nearly full. At recess, when Felix looked around, he suddenly realized that Grandpa was right. Everyone else had a bucket too. Drop. Let me help you. Drop. Maybe the teacher dropped some papers. Drop. Here's your baseball, cat. Here's your baseball. Catch. Thanks, dude. Drop. Hi, I'm Felix. First day? Drop. Yes, I'm Amir. Drop. The strange thing was that for every drop he helped put in someone else's bucket, he felt another drop in his own bucket. When Felix burst in the door after school, he shouted, "You were right, Grandpa. I do have a bucket, and I understand how it works." Then he saw Anna's torn doll. "Bad dog," he almost scolded. But then he thought, dogs might have invisible buckets too. "Your doll will be okay, Anna," said Felix. "Mom will fix her." "Well," she said, "until then, do you want me to help you build the tallest building in the world with my blocks?" I think he's getting it. And so they did. Look at all those buckets. And that is the story of How Full Is Your Bucket? In our classroom, we're going to have lots of opportunities this year on Zoom right now, and hopefully real soon in person to be bucket fillers. So I really, really hope and challenge you to be a bucket filler, not a bucket dipper. But you also can do this at your house with your brothers or sisters, your moms and dads, your grandmas and grandpas, whoever you interact with every day. You have a choice. So I hope you will join me in being a bucket dripper, not a bucket dipper. There you go.